Hey y'all, it's Melissa. Welcome to Messy Creates. I am back in my journal today. Still playing catch up, but I'm plugging away. I know that several of you have told me that you're behind, and I'm on day 7, and it's the 17th. I'm still 10 days behind. Okay, that's all right. I'm gonna shoot for 3 pages today. So that might be a tall task, but we're going to try. And I was sick. This day I was, I had been sick. I was still running a little bit of a fever. Still on antibiotics, that sort of thing. That's kind of where we left off here because I had gone to the clinic. But I did... So I'm just cutting out this little thermometer. I did make a video. My throat's starting to feel better at this point. I have my my pictures all out of order. What I've printed. So I need like one from here and one from here and one from here and one from here. So, just bear with me for a second while I get these cut out. And then we're going to look at what printable we want to use. Even though I didn't feel well, we have a dumpster. Well, our garbage pickup was the next day. So, I had wanted to get my squash plants and zucchini plants were really dying back and starting to get diseased, and then they harbor bugs and the bugs breed in them. So I wanted to get them pulled and so that they could go into the dumpster or the trash, whatever. I don't compost those because of disease and bug breeding. Our winters don't typically get cold enough here to kill off bugs. When I say bugs, like, if you're not familiar with gardening, you have squash bugs, you have vine borers and things like that. I need to think about what I'm going to do with this page, not this day. But even though I didn't feel well, I still got out there and pulled those. My aunt came to swim, so that was another one. I think she came this day and the next day. So I should have just cut both of them out. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. She came and was getting her exercise. The one that was still here in town, she was staying with my mother-in-law. So we were trying to start leaving her a little bit alone, by herself. Oh, no. We had a paid service start to come in. I think this was the first day that she had come in. And we wanted them to overlap with my aunt being here just so that she could kind of get to know her and, and it's going well. It's only a couple days a week. But the lady comes in and helps her with a shower and fixes food and things like that. I'm looking for, what am I looking for? And can I let you look with me? Oh yeah, I'm looking for the other, it's not even in this basket. I did try to separate out my July stuff. I had it combined in the basket with my June stuff, and that was getting a little confusing because I haven't finished my June journal yet. So, my husband worked on the boat. I told you about the trolling motor, one in, I think, the last video. Anyway, he, got it on. He had they'd gotten the old one off, and they got the other one on, and it didn't work. So now they have to take it back off. But this, I think, was the night they discovered that it didn't work. Now it is under warranty, so it's not a total loss because it wasn't cheap. So that was the only reason why I got it, was still under warranty. Otherwise we wouldn't have bought a used one. So not all is lost. It's just we didn't get to use it. He was trying to get it on because we fished this coming Saturday. last Saturday now, but this one coming up. And so he was trying to get it on so we could use it for that tournament. And then I have a video. Let's see. I have a video on one of these pages. Actually, I double printed some things because I was going to do this page with you the last time, but I didn't have everything printed. So I went back and printed up my thumbnails. Come to find out, it was only this one that I had skipped. And so I reprinted, anyway, whatever. It just, I hate it when I waste ink like that. And paper and all the, all that good stuff. So, but I double printed some stuff. So this is, I think, all other than whatever we decide our printable is going to be. This was, and I can still put this on here because it still, if it fits, I'll put it on here. Because I still was feeling puny. But we'll leave that one to, yeah, because by the time I made my video, I rested, and then that evening when it got warm, when it got a little cooler, I went out and did that pulled those squash. And my husband was working on the boat, and he said, I told you I'd help you do that. And I'm like, yeah, but I need it out so that it goes in the trash, like, right away. Because otherwise the bugs will crawl off of it. And I didn't want that to happen. So I was pulling them and taking them right out to the dumpster. And what am I looking for? Something to go on this page. I realized, hold on, I'm turning away from you. I realized that I forgot to use, in Hope's last Happy Mail, she had sent me some already pre-cut pages. And I forgot to use these in my July journal. And I feel really bad about that. But I think I'm either going to, this one doesn't necessarily match that exactly. I may have to save those for next year, but it was so sweet. She had pre-cut them down to 12 by 9, and so that they would fit right in my journal. And then I just totally forgot to use them, y'all. I hate that. I just saw them. I was digging through my Happy Mail so that I could carry on using Happy Mail, like that was last month's prompt, whereas this month is printable. I'm trying to, let's look through my printable. Yeah, this I'm going to use for yesterday. This is one of my printables. It may be in my Etsy shop. It says My Day Was Bananas. I printed up some more of, because a lot of what I had printed up was just days and dates. These are Lydia at February and June. I mixed and matched and printed up a variety of like journaling spots and stuff. Now, I didn't have a getaway, but, I could use weekend, not on this day, but road trip. I could use that just if I had a picture, or, like that one. If I had a picture, that's just a cup of coffee, so it could be used anytime. I could use some of these. This is one of my favorite, one of her printables. And so is this one. This is a pair of scissors and some ink and some washi tape and glue and Posca pens and a journal. And I know that I worked in my journal this day. So I could use any one of these. Now, these don't particularly match my red, white, and blue theme for this month, but, let's see, I love this Just Make Something, and the Create Rainbow, and Creative Flow, and I wouldn't say I was in my creative flow. I might put Just Make Something, but I'm also looking, oh, here's some words. Planner, journal, create, courage today, grateful, outside. If you're not a Patreon of Lydia's, you might want to go check it out. It's, you can do it for a month and then stop if you don't want to keep doing it. But she has some of the cutest printables. And then I've already shown you some of these. So, I could put happy, I could put, I could put this for not feeling well. That sort of thing. But, and then the rest of them you've seen. Well, you haven't seen these. I don't think I showed it to you. Just some labels. Now this one looks fallish. This is a pretty sunshine. I was trying to find some, you know, she doesn't have a lot of red, white, and blue because she's in New Zealand. She's not a red, white, and blue gal. You know what I'm saying? So not everybody does the whole July 4th thing. And then you've seen her breakfast ones. You've seen, I didn't, oh, I could have printed out one. Darn, I could have used a garden one for this. I should have printed off another one with a zucchini on it. Oh, wait, I have a tag that has zucchini on it. These are some of her garden printables. Let's see, I could do the bee one. Oh, broccoli, peas, no. It's not broccoli and pea season here yet. Here's a zucchini. I could put that on there. That's a printable. But I made a tag using a printable of hers. That's more fall. These are some of her numbers. This is, I know it's upside down, but this is some of my illustrated faith. I love these. And okay, so now we're back to more days and numbers and things like that, which I don't need right this second. I just needed more of the clip art stuff. So, all right, so let's decide. Uh-oh, avalanche. Hold on just a second. Okay, it was almost an avalanche. So I was trying to decide if I wanted to cut down this page and cover this whole page with it. Or she gave me some half pages and I could use this one. And then I would need a writing spot. Or I can use a pocket. I'm trying to decide if I need ink on this paper, right, is what I'm trying to decide. So if I could use this as a pocket, or I have plenty of other things I could use as pockets because I have my offcuts from my, I mean, that was kind of cute, the little bicycle. And then I can always use something creative or a zucchini. So there I have my printables. So let's decide if we want a pocket. I have a tag folder, or let's see, it's right here. How far down is my, y'all, I've got to clean my craft room. This is just ridiculous. Okay, so I have tomatoes. Oh, here's a crafty little pocket. I could do that. Trying to think if that was scrapbook paper or, yeah, I think so. I was trying to remember if that was a printable. I have other stuff in here that's not pockets and tabs or whatever. And I may have already used the zucchini tag, but I was hoping that I hadn't. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I could use that. I've had pizza the other day. Let me keep that out handy. Wait a minute. I see some. Okay, here's one with broccoli. These are some tags that I had made with her using her printables. So that's like lettuce or cabbage. There's carrots. Radish. Onion. I must have already used the squash and zucchini. So that's okay. Yeah, because these are like not finished tags down here. So, all right, so we're not going to do that. Well, bummer. I thought I had that figured out. So, Did not have ice cream. I did have ice cream, but I can't remember what day it was. That makes me sad because I've been wanting to use my ice cream stuff. Okay, that fell off. All right, so if I use one of these pockets, well, I don't have a tag now. So there's that. So I may need some ink. Or to use one of these journaling spots that say create. I don't know which ones of these is going to look good on top of a red if I use that red paper. Okay, if I can't make a decision here soon, we're not gonna get anything done. Here we go. This would match the red paper. I could do journal. But okay, that still doesn't give me a writing spot. What I'm struggling with this today. Can you tell? All right, so just, oh, here's Uncle Sam. These are Brooks printables. I can't remember if these are Lydia's. And these are Brooks. And then those are just free pearl. Okay, so I'm not making any headway. Not at all. So I could just cover this with this, or I could ink it. My only thing about inking it is I don't have, my red is too bright, and but I always hate to use a piece of paper to cover a piece of paper, if that makes sense. But this would make this match. I don't need the pizza thing. I have my little zucchini printout. I have my page. Can we leave it white? Would that be horrible? How bad would that be? That would be horrible, wouldn't it? I could put this over here, and we can jazz it up a little bit, and it won't look so white. Meeting reminder, she swam while I did, and then I'll use the little zucchini printable. Like I said, this is Lydia at February and June. She has these are on her Etsy shop, not in her Patreon. Her garden printables, I think, if I remember correctly, are in her Etsy shop. So, if you don't want to commit to being a Patreon, but you want to purchase some garden printables, you can go check out her Etsy shop. And I'm sure, I'll link her channel, but I'm sure she has all her links, you know, to everything in her description. So that would go on there like that. This would go here. I can make some lines, right? The other thing I have, that's not big enough. Nope. That was just a scrap piece of paper. Well, I thought I had this planned out fairly well, but I guess I did not. I'm like, yeah, I'm almost 20 minutes in. This is bad. Not good at all. So let me cut this out just in case I do use her. What journaling spots do I have? I mean, I already know that I have the Create. Would this one look, I mean, it's yellow. It doesn't have to match perfectly, right? I love the ones with the pencils. But this yellow one says Create. It's not a big enough writing space, though. And honestly, I kind of want to use this, the Just Make Something, because I didn't feel well. And when you don't feel well, you're not in your creative flow. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, just make something already. So I may use that. Or I may just use this little journal, because I did work in my journal. So, but I already have my printable covered, so that's not that big of an issue. I just need to find out what I'm going to do with this page here. I don't really have a lot of, most of my notepads are not in the blues and, they're not in like the reds and blues. Let me check, because, oh wait, I do have one. Oh, this might work. I have some in here. I have not found my July. I have September. I have Roll Tide. Oh, here's August. September. That's not it. I'm digging in my drawer of my notepads just to see if I can find my July one. I don't know where it would have gone, but I don't seem to have it. So let's see if we like this one. I mean, this is the same as this one. It's just wrinkled. So if I put that down first, that gives me some definite writing room. And then I can put the pictures kind of on top of that. That makes that paper not look so plain, but we're not taking up a whole page. If that makes sense. This may still go over here. I don't know yet. Okay. So let's glue down. Let's make a decision. I've hem-hauled enough. I almost am tempted just to start this video over, because I have accomplished 0. I have these little scraps is what I'm kind of just playing around with. I did lock myself into the red, white, and blue, and I don't know that I want to do that again, because I did use all red, white, and blue paper. But we're going to practice mixing other colors in. Okay, so do I want it on the outside, or do I want it right up against the inside here? I think I want it on the outside. And I can just kind of build around it. Or I don't even have to do that. I could just draw lines and have a white background. I mean, there's nothing saying that I have to have anything. What do I do with this side then? I don't know. Anybody ever get just stuck on a day? I feel like I'm really stuck on this day. Let's see. I can put her right here. This is clearly the space that I need to write in. So we're going to have to put some of these things over here. He had a meeting, and then his friend came back. So we're going to put that down there. I know that's going to go there. Maybe this goes over here, because this all happened in the afternoon. Maybe that'll work. I can put this up here. But I figure to some of you this is probably absolutely monotonous. And to some of you it might be helpful. Because if you're stuck, or just some of you like to hear the process, the thought process. I'm just looking to make sure I don't have another one that really matches, which I don't. So I'm going to dig out my red and dark blue Posca pen. And at least outline this page. Okay, my plan. Oh wait, this is fuchsia, not red. Well, I guess I only have bright red. So that's going to have to work. Yeah, to some of you, this is going to be absolutely monotonous, and you're like, make a decision already. But some of you may appreciate the struggle, and seeing the struggle, and seeing how I talk myself through the struggle. If you're not one of those people, I am horribly sorry, because I'm just kind of going with it. And I'm trying to be okay with this white page. I could have put ink on it, but I did not. I'm not doing that one because I might put washi there. I might put this like, well, I might put one of these washis here. I'm not sure which one. So, okay. Feel better about that. Let's go back over here and do this. How did we have this? This and this was up here. And then I'm going to have, I could have one of these smaller blue writing spots here. Or, again, I could just do lines. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, whew, mercy. Felt like I've run a marathon. 25 minutes in. I haven't glued the first thing down. Wow, this is not my best work. If you're new here, I think the last video was better. More together. Because by 20 minutes in, I was done with the first page, already on the second page. And it's not that I had that much to say or do on this particular day. It wasn't that incredibly interesting. It just was simply trying to get past this blank page, and I should have just gone ahead and put ink on it and it would have already dried. Or covered it with that red paper, but then I would have had to have had, if I covered it with that red paper, that solid red paper, I would have had to have had a writing spot. And I need to make some more writing spots that go with more with my summer colors. I think in my last video I said June, but this is July. Okay, I got something on her there, but we have something there. It has a white background. We're going to be okay with it. I can always go back in and add some little stars and some things like that. So I'm going to get this on here. He had a fishing meeting. Well, I should have gone to it, but I didn't. I didn't want to get anybody sick. So, we had a fishing meeting. I just didn't go. But, like I said, I ended up going out and pulling my plants, which I was exhausted after that. I was like, okay, I'm done. You know, when you have a fever and you go out and you sweat, it's like you get that cold, clammy feeling. How about we put glue on the back side, not the front side? I have done that before. I've been sitting here doing a video and I'm gluing the front side of something and wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing. Okay, so here is our printable, which is, if you don't know already, is Allison at AJ's Inspired Life. Her item of the month challenge for July is printables. So it's just where she challenges herself to use up her stash. And you may not have a stash of printables, but we have gone over in the past several videos a plethora of options for free printables. Oh, I forgot this. Okay. So this will go here, and then I'll do I tell you what, I'm going to do my lines first. I'm going to use the blue. Yeah. I could alternate them if I really wanted to. That was not covered very well. Why is that not? Let me get a piece of scrap paper and get some ink down flowing in that tip. And I can't draw a straight line. Well, I mean, they're straight. They look straight to me, but then when I hold them up, I realize I either go uphill or downhill. So they're straight enough. Oop, that one wasn't. But here is my writing place for this day. Okay, that's going to take a second to dry. I have worked up a sweat, y'all. And then I did do this video, so let's dry, come on. So I'm gonna put this right here. And then, well, that didn't leave me enough room to write right there, but, or I could put this down here and write around it. Either way, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, right? So I'm gonna put it down in this corner, I think. Just to be different and just to kind of balance out the page a little bit. And there. Scoot that down just a hair. And then I think we're done. Oh, I didn't do the washi like I said I was going to, but that's okay. Nothing hurt. Doesn't match all that well anyway. So I have other July washi, I just haven't gotten it out, other than the one that says July 4th, you know, 4th of July, and I don't want that one because it's not the 4th of July. So now that we're 30 minutes in, that page is done. Now if I want to, when I journal, I can go back and add some red stars. Like that. Just to give it, I could do some blue polka dots. Just to give it some color. Okay, let's be a little more intentional with our dots. That one looks like a heart. And I think that's good enough. I've already smeared it. So, but that gave it a little bit of a background. I just did that really quick. I might go back over that a little bit better. I'm hoping those are dry. They're not. So let me do this right here, so we can get started on the 8th. This one should be a little easier. I didn't end up using this printable. I used the zucchini printable, which I could go back and add another. You can have more than one printable. I did 2 things this day, so this one should be easy. I did a video, and I started working on, with my aunt, came over to help. We started working on cleaning out the building next door. Well, that says the 13th. We're not going to pay any attention to that. Let me cut this one down first. I have mentioned that my in-laws had a business, and the building is right next door to our house. And no, that was not fun, having a retail store right next to your house. But it is what it is. I think I'm going to put this over here. I like that. And then I think I'm going to put that down here, and then maybe her right here. And then I'm going to have to find some journaling spot, because this is, oh, it's something printable. So hopefully I can find a printable that is a writing spot. I did look, I was looking specifically for red or blue, or something that wouldn't clash with red or blue. In Lydia's printables, I was just sitting there going through them and all the past ones, because I haven't saved all of them and I haven't printed all of them. You can go back, once you're on somebody's Patreon, you can go back and access all of their past videos. I mean, for whatever tier level you're on, right? So, like, I can go back and access years worth of printables, and you can do it for as long as you want, or as short as you want, you know, short of a time as you want. So I think she looks good there. I may do this closer to the top up here, because I'm sure I did that. Actually, I probably didn't. She probably came over early that morning and we did it. But let me see. I am going to glue those there. Hopefully that is dry. And I found these happy face stickers. I might use those. Oh, I could use my little chicken, because this was the day that I found this. That's right. I can use that as a writing spot. Okay. That was the day that I found that crate. I'll show you just a second. If I haven't lost half of you in a snooze fest, that first page, I was struggling with it. This one should go a lot easier, because I know this is going down here. But we started working on getting, they still have some stock and displays and things like that. So we were trying to get all the stock together, and then sorting through old papers. Some has to be kept, some can be shredded, that sort of thing. So this can go, maybe this will go up here. That'll give us something else to put up there. I'm going to wait just a second though, because this is the day I found this little crate. I showed it to you in the video when I found it, of the chicken notepads. Is that not the cutest thing? I thought those were adorable. So this is the day that I found those. So I can either glue these in, glue it in all the way and just write on it, or I could use it as a little bit of a pocket. How would I write on this page? Well, let's see. Can we use this? Well, if I pull this up a little bit, we could. This shouldn't be too, well, it's a little bit dry. Okay, I could do that right there on that blue page, and that would give me a place to write. And then I could put this over here, or not up there at all. I kind of like that. It takes some of that 4th of July look away, but it still matches the blue. So I like that. One of you was telling me that you ordered the glue sticks off of my Amazon affiliate links, and that you were having trouble getting the caps off. Was it these Avery glue sticks? Because I just noticed I had a little bit, I had to try a second time to get the cap off of that one. I was just, and it made me think about what you had said. Okay, I'm going to try to straighten that. It almost looks upside down, but I'm not sure. Okay, so this one, that will be plenty of writing room there. And that one looks cute. That still looks upside down. I'm wondering if I did do it upside down. Yeah, I did. I did it upside down, but that's okay. And then this one, let's do, just for fun, let's do a pocket. And I can use a little bit of this paper to do a tag on the inside, or I can use that paper that I was just trying to cover. I can cut down, because that's 6 inches tall. That would make a good height for a tag. So yeah, let's glue this one down like a pocket, not a, you know, writing spot. Hold on, I have a dried up glue something. Oh no, come on. Not today, not today, not today. Okay, see if I got that opened up at all. It was coming out. There we go. That's better. Okay, now we got the glue flowing. So let's use that as a pocket right there. And I can still use this to write on. And sometimes that pen is so hard to get back in that. Okay, so how wide do I need this paper? I need it to be about, I have a pencil somewhere. Need it to be about that wide, I think. And then it'll be that tall and that will be perfect. So let me grab, hold on, I just turned away from you and was still talking, so let me cut right there. And that will be a fun pocket. Ooh, I just did do it narrow enough. I might have to trim a little bit off of it. I could cut the corners off. I could put some ribbon. I haven't done any red, white, and blue. Oh, and I could put this up here. That's kind of cute. As opposed to over here. Oh, I haven't done a printable yet. Wait a minute. Oh, but wait. Oh, and I was determined to get 3 pages done today. Let's see. Somewhere in here, let me dig down deep. Somewhere in here I have, oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I don't think they're in here. I think they're in, oh, I could do Today We. This is from Brooke. Let me cut that one out before I lose it. I know that Lydia put out some cleaning chore type printables. And I could use this little blue flower. But this one's Brooke's. Let's see. What words do we have? Outside, family, thankful, holiday, YouTube, tea, friends, inside, no, yes, coffee, play, fun, joy. No. That does not say anything about cleaning. So, I was glad to be getting that done. Oh, I could use Slow Down. Don't forget to hydrate. That's a good one. Let me see what this one is. Here it is. I knew we had cleaning ones. Sorry if I'm all in your face. So we could have cleaning day. I think this is not her full printable. I think I cut and pasted the ones. No, that might be her. That might be the full printable. I can't remember. Because sometimes I maneuver the printables. If there's pieces that I want more of than not, I'll cut and paste on another. Anyway, I'm just manipulate them a little bit. If I need like more of one and I don't want to print a whole page of them. So I could put cleaning day right here. That kind of goes on, or I could put Today We ... cleaned. Or I could put this up here. Maybe that works better up there because it fits. Yes, I like it. Okay, let's do it. So there's our printable. So we've met our printable challenge. Cleaning day. And I will save these for another day. And then I'm going to glue this one right here on this pocket. Here we go. I don't usually try to get 3 pages done in one video. But let me scoot that down just in case I decide to add some kind of whatever. But I didn't have that much to do on these days, so I knew there, but here I am faced with this blank page again. So, but I have something big. Let me get my, this is not the, yes it is. Let me move the printables out of here. Okay. These are the things that I've printed off. Here we go. I need that one. Look at this. This doesn't go on this day, but do you remember the little Easter one? Aunt Mickey and Uncle Michael's firecracker, happy 4th. But she just gave them to us this Saturday, so this is the stuff that I've printed. Here's my volunteer day. Okay, this is a printable. This is one of Brooke's printables too. Okay. Okay. But I just needed this because it's a Wednesday, right? Yes. So I need my volunteer. And I made it big because I know on Wednesdays I don't usually get much else done. But we did go that night to Lowe's. Oh, even the Lowe's thing matches the... Let's see what else I had for the 8th. Oh, I did a video. Did I do a video? Yeah? No. Oh, that's the one I double printed. Okay. I was like, wait, what? Okay, so we went to Lowe's and we bought a washer and dryer. My dryer is fine, but my washer, it washes, but it takes like 3 hours a load. So I don't know what's going on with it. I bought it used from a friend for very cheap. She it had gone out and she had to have the motherboard replaced in it. And so she decided she wasn't going to wait 4 weeks for a washer, so she bought a new one. So she gave it to me just for the cost of the, wait a minute, I have the washer and dryer printed up. Just for the cost of her like copay to have it fixed. So that was sweet because we've been using it for, I don't know, 7 years now maybe, and I gave her $100 for it. So I can't complain, but it's getting old having to wait 2 or 3 hours per load. So we caught the tail end of the 4th of July sale. We would have gone sooner, but I wasn't feeling well. And they had a really good sale, and so we got a washer and dryer. So this is either going to go here and here, and we're going to cover up this whole page, or I'll put this and this on this page. And again, we have this blank page. So, how much time do I have? Not a whole lot. But, so let's do, I'm going to do the blue ink. Because we have this lighter color blue in here. So I'm going to do the blue ink. And just get it over with. Right? And I should, oh, it's very aqua blue. I wish this blue was darker, although I thought I had a blue that was too dark. Oh, I know what, that's inks. That's my distress inks. I had a blue that was so dark that it was hard to write over. So that doesn't match at all. But that's okay. Now I could go back and add like red polka dots, but I have a feeling they would turn out looking purple. So we're going to be okay with this. Especially since that's going up there and that kind of has that aqua blue in it. And I think we're going to have to put this over here. And then I need a printable. And this one, I can use this. Today and we got a washer and dryer. It will be delivered this coming Saturday. They told us initially it would be delivered the Tuesday, I don't remember. It was like the following Monday of this day. So it should have been Monday of this past week. But it did not work out that way. Because before I had even gotten home, Lowe's called, or they texted and said, your delivery date's been changed. I'm giving that a second to dry. And this is going to, let me trim this up a little bit. There we go. Anyway, by the time we got home, they had changed it to Wednesday delivery date. And I'm like, I can't do Wednesday delivery date. So, we decided on a Saturday, which actually is easier because then that means my husband's home. And he can, you know, it's just easier when he's here. So I was glad they had a Saturday option. And anyway, I'm excited. I told my husband, y'all tell me what you think, if you're still here. I told him, I'm tired of all these bossy appliances. I don't want an appliance that tells me I can't open the lid. I get that there's safety features, but if you open the lid while it's spinning, do most adults not know not to stick their hand in there? I mean, and maybe there's children that don't know that. I don't know. But anyway, so I get that the lid's locked. I can accept that. And is that dry enough to glue on there? Maybe. But I don't want one that censors all the water. I just want one. I miss the washers that you used to be able to fill with water, put your detergent in, let it soak in, and then put your clothes in. I miss that. But apparently you can't have that anymore. So I got the least bossy washer that they had. Well, can you see? So what else did we do? That was pretty much it. So here's my printable for the day. And I can go ahead and use this flower since I already have it cut out, sort of, kind of. And, but yeah, I mean, like, the refrigerator, we got it, what, last year or the year before? And if you leave it open for just long enough to get the milk out and pour a bowl of cereal, it seems like it ding, 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 ding. And then if you don't, then the light in it flashes and it gets all violent. And now there have been times where the freezer got left open and it wasn't sealed all the way. So it did save. So that feature did come in handy. But it just gets old having a bossy appliance. So, but mine is bossy, the one I have. And it's a little bit old. These have a grip on them. I do have a little bit of trouble getting them off, but not, I guess I've gotten used to it. So, to me, it's not too bad. You know, I could put that right here at the beginning of my lines and then put this like right here. Put that right there. Oops. Today So that I actually use 2 printables. Now, with the minute that I have left, I want to take, I have markers. Here's the red one. I might be regretting this. Yeah, I'm regretting it. Regretting it already. I wanted to kind of outline this. That's not too bad. And then outline that, because this paper is so busy that everything on it gets lost. Well, not everything, but and then I'll do red lines on here. So I'm going to go here and here and here. And then I can write, today we did this, this, and this. And I did work in the garden at the clinic that day. I picked some okra that had gotten too big. I don't have an okra to put on there, or I would. Anyway, do I want a happy face? I get a happy face. I found these in a book. So, do I want the yellow happy face, or do I want the red happy face? Or do I want the blue happy face? This happy face says yes. So, we're gonna go with that one. I like that one. And, oh shoot, I keep forgetting to use, oh my goodness gracious. Y'all, I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to make a daggum journaling spot. And I keep forgetting that I have these. Because that would have been perfect on that page, right? And they're sitting right in front of me. So how do I keep forgetting them? I don't know. But anyway, we did get 3 pages done. If you stuck with me the whole time, this page was a little rough, I admit. But, and my blues and reds don't quite match, but we got it done. We made it. And I might go back in and outline with a little bit of washi or some marker or something like that. But usually I do that when I go back and write, and then I might outline that. So anyway, we got 3 pages done. Yay. So I'm almost, am I to the current week yet? No, not quite. I don't know. Anyway, no, not yet. But getting there. How's your journal coming? How are you doing? Y'all drop me a comment, hit the like if you like what you saw. Yeah, I just appreciate you being here, and I love our little journal chats, and I love doing my journal with you, and I hope that you enjoy watching, and hopefully you're journaling along with me. So y'all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.